Alright, so the first thing we're going to do to build the tree is build up a tower, a tower of 4, go out one diagonally, and then do a tower of 4 again, just like that. The next step is to create your branches. This doesn't really have to be perfect, it's just kind of to avoid having to create leaves everywhere. It really makes it a lot easier. So I have 4 pillars here just like that, or 4 branches. The next step is to just place your pink wool, which is important for the cherry tree, on the outside of each branch, and then create a T out of them by making them 3 blocks across, just like that. And rain, stupid rain, go away. There we go. The next step is to really shape out the roundness of the tree. This is important for what your tree will look like in the end. So this is really it needs to be unique for each tree, otherwise you're just going to look like you have a whole bunch of man-made trees around that don't look unique at all. So this part kind of takes time, but not too much time. It's a pretty easy thing to do. And once you've done that, we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so we have a general shape for a tree. Doesn't look too good right now, but it'll look a lot better at the end. The next thing we're going to do is create like a pyramid type thing, where we go up one from the edge, and you're just going to do that until you get all the way up to the top. There we go. Now this doesn't look too good, but it'll look much better in the end because we will mold it afterwards. But the next step is to cover up your branches on the bottom because they aren't really important and do not need to be seen. We will create artificial branches towards the end. Now what I normally do is just do like a diamond shape. Again, this will be hidden once the actual thing is done, so it won't be too important to make a unique shape out of that. So the next step is to get that organic vibe going to it. Just shape out the top of the tree. This is very important when you're building trees. I didn't cover it in my last tree tutorial because I didn't even know it at that time. You basically just need to shape it out. Like, you can't really make a tutorial out of that because it's very random. The idea of building with an organic mindset is to just frame it out in your mind and build as you go. Like, just create that shape with the blocks. Don't go by a specific frame. Don't make it all symmetrical. Just build a shape. Don't make it look too, blocky. Just make it look round. So that will pretty much do it for our shape. That really works perfectly to me, except for this side. We'll do a little bit of that. There we go. Now, to really make the tree look a lot better, we're going to do this little overhang thing. Just like this, around the entire edge. I normally do this where I go 2 blocks down, 1 block, no block, 1 block, 2 block, 1 block, no block. Just like that. And then just keep doing that all the way around. I mean, it's really not that important. It's just make overhangs. That's about all you can do. And it's not going to link up every time. Just really randomize it. That gives it that drooping down sensation where it looks round, even though it's not. Like if you look under it, it's not round at all. But yeah, just really you can create a unique flow out of it and make it look like a tree, how you would envision the tree, and just kind of do that. The next step is to create your artificial branches, which I was talking about a while ago. This is what makes it look like it is a tree, because the actual tree branches are coming out of the leaves, and then the leaves are still there. It makes it look a lot better. And the last step with the leaves is to get your magenta pink stained clay and randomly place it around along with carpets, which we'll get to right after the magenta. But just place that in random spots until you have a pretty cool idea of what you want. This just kind of gives it a lot of detail, makes it look shaded. Cherry trees have white in them, but if you were to just use wool, it makes it look so bad. So this just kind of makes up for it. It gives it shading, and you can kind of see a little bit of white in the pink, so it makes it, much better. But let's move that. And then you're gonna get your carpet and just kind of place it randomly. This gives it like an uneven feeling where it looks kind of like it's fluffed up like a leaf would be. A lot of texture packs actually do this with their trees, where they'll kind of make one edge of it a little bit bigger. With the model data, they'll do that, and it just makes it look much more like a tree, I guess, or much more like a fluffy set of leaves. And go a little heavy on the top with it, because this is the most important area with it. And then you're going to finish up the shape of your tree. This part is actually one of my least favorite parts, although it's the most important, I think, to the actual tree. It's my least favorite because I'm never able to get it right. It just never looks good to me. but we'll try and get something going. That works. Perfect. There we go. And then just get jungle wood and place that randomly along the trunk. This does the same thing the magenta pink stained clay does. Magenta pink stained clay? Magenta stained clay. And that is pretty much how you build a tree. Thanks for watching.